Good afternoon, all of you. Good afternoon, all of you. I can understand your agony. So it is the time for lunch, and sessions after sessions we are conducting. And rest assured that my session will not be as scholarly as the previous ones. So my session will be simple, and you will possibly involve in the interaction. So I have also been asked to cut short my presentation time, which I will definitely do it. Rest assured that I will not take more time. So this probably will enthuse you to participate in this session. I have been given this topic, plagiarism and referencing. Few questions will arise as soon as you see this particular topic. The first question probably is whether plagiarism and referencing are related. What do you think? Yes or no? Plagiarism and referencing are related concepts, or they are two different issues altogether? Related. So you are right. In fact, actual or proper referencing will reduce the plagiarism level. So how do we define plagiarism then? We will come to that little later. And another thing that I want to understand from you people is whether if you ask the research scholars who have completed their research, which is the most boring part of research, most of them say it is referencing. Because research is quite interesting, and to provide the evidence of the research, we have to give the references in a particular manner, and wherein our professor says you have to put a comma, you have to put a colon, you have to put some brackets, etc. If you don't put it, it is wrong. So this is very boring. Who will remember all these things? And thirdly, there are various formats for referencing. One is APA, MLA, and things like that. So which one to follow? Which one not to follow? Which one to learn? Which one to unlearn? These are the issues in referencing. In fact, plagiarism and referencing, they are related because of the fact that the research, any research for that matter, cannot be research. So both ways they look contradictory. Plagiarism says don't take anything from earlier research. Reference says you give a link to the earlier research. So plagiarism, how we have to understand is that we need to give the reference in a specific manner. You can, plagiarism doesn't mean that you don't borrow the ideas. You borrow the ideas with certain attribution. That means you give proper reference to the earlier work. So your professor will not say, don't read any book, don't read any literature, don't take any ideas from other previous work. But if you don't do it, you cannot conduct research at all. So you have to borrow idea, you have to borrow expressions from the earlier work. Only thing that is required is you have to give the proper attribution to the ideas that you have taken. So, referencing is an art of giving proper attribution to the earlier work. Now, with this background, let me start my presentation, and I will take only 10 minutes for my presentation, and another 10 minutes I will give a demonstration, and possibly that will end up my talk. Okay. Next. These are some of the things, some of the words that you need to understand very quickly. One or two of you can tell me the words which are unfamiliar to you so far. Can you tell me, madam? Here, I am asking you only. From this list, which word is unfamiliar to you? Anybody can. Quick. Zotero. Zotero is unfamiliar to you. Madam, what about you? Your Dept. Okay. So, if at all we have to master referencing and plagiarism. Oh yes, it is repeated. One and the same. Sorry for that. Okay, if at all you want to master the art of referencing, these are the concepts which you need to know. Okay, I'm not introducing all of them, but I'm just giving you a glimpse of what you need to know. Next. Okay, referencing is an integral part, but most neglected part, and many people say it is most boring part also. Next. So, avoiding plagiarism, etc. Let me not talk now. Next. So, a survey says like this. You can read it yourself. 75% of the people are not happy about referencing work. Next. Okay. Now, the thing is, when should we give reference? One or two things we will just discuss and move forward. Next. You are taking some text directly from other previous works. Should you give the reference or not? Reference means giving citation to earlier work. That's what I mean by reference. Will you give the reference? You are copying something. Will you give the reference or not? Yes, you have to give. If you don't give, then the Turnitin or the referencing similarity check software will catch you hold. So you have to give the reference. Only thing is you have to give the reference in a proper way. So that is what we are going to learn today. Okay. And when you're using statistics and other data, that is freely available on public website, do you think that you have to give the reference? It is freely available anyway. What do you think? Still you have to give. It may be freely available, but the data is not yours. As long as the data and idea are not yours, you have to give the reference. Okay, next slide. Next. So, why do we have to give? What is referencing? We know it. We will go fast. Next. And in referencing, two concepts you should know. One is in-text referencing and end-text referencing. In-text referencing means the shorter version of referencing which you give within the text, within your paper, within your chapter. And end-text referencing is longer one. It gives complete details and which comes at the end of the chapter or at the end of the article. So, the way in which the end text appears depends upon how you are giving the in-text. So, there is a close relationship between in-text and end-text. That's what we have to know. Next. Okay, you are seeing here end-text or in-text. This is in text because it has appeared in the within the text. And there are various ways of providing the in-text references also. And what you are seeing is author date system. Author and year of publications appear here. So it is called author date system. And author date system exists in many styles, which we are going to talk a bit later. Next. And what you are seeing in the boxed as an boxed item is in-text reference. One question here. They are not numbered. 1, 2, 3. Serial number is not given. Is it correct or not? Yes. If the in-text, it depends upon the in-text method that you are using. If you are using author date system, you need not have to give the number. If you are using the other numerical systems, then you have to give the number. So in many theses I have observed that they would have alphabetized this and also give the number. It is a wrong way of giving the references. Okay, and one more thing. Should we call it references or bibliography? What is the difference between the reference and bibliography? Whatever citations that we give in the in-text, only those citations are listed in the reference in the list, then it is called references. If you add additional citations also apart from those cited in the text, then it is called bibliography. Bibliography. There is a distinct difference between bibliography and references. So at the end of the thesis, what you give is a bibliography or a reference. It could be references or bibliography. Many people would give it as bibliography because they would have added additional reading materials also. Okay, next. And these are different ways of giving the reference. And say, for example, in some of the references you can see author and year, they appear in brackets. In some of them, only year is appeared in brackets. Can you see that? Can you zoom it a little bit? Not possible? Okay, leave it. Okay. Can you tell me when author and year have to be put in brackets, when only the years have to be put in brackets? Anyone of you? Okay. So when the author name is not a part of the English sentence of that particular sentence, then it only year has to be in brackets. For example, my name is Harinarayana. You want to say Harinarayana said like this in 2023. So only 2023 will be in brackets. So you make this statement without naming me inside the text. Then the author and year has to be in brackets. Otherwise, only year has to be in brackets. That is the simple rule that you need to know. Okay, next. Okay, fine. Next. Okay, this I will just forget about all these things. Next. So there are a lot of referencing errors found in one of the studies that I conducted. This is a table which depicts that. So I don't want to discuss that now. Next. You can see the amount of errors that was found in the submitted thesis. Fortunately, they have been accepted also, and the examiners have not identified it. If I were to be the examiner, I would have definitely sent back the thesis for referencing error alone. So they may be lucky, but you and I may not be lucky. So you have to make sure that you don't commit any referencing error, which is very simple. We are going to learn about that in another 2-3 minutes. Next, referencing styles. There are so many referencing styles. These are the manuals: APA, Chicago, Vancouver, MLA, and IEEE, etc., etc. Next. And broadly, you can categorize the referencing style into three major groups. One is author date system, which you have already seen, and the second one is consecutive number system. In some of the journals you might have seen, they would write 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. That is a numbering system. In the numbering system itself, there are two varieties. One is consecutive number and the recurrent numbering systems. Next. And this is the example for in-text and in-text referencing for author date system. You can see how the references are arranged and how they have been given inside the text. Next. And this is how the number example look like 1, 2, 3, etc. And here you have to give the number in the references. Okay, next. And next. Oh, there are methods for quoting the short quotes and long quotes. Okay, so it varies from one style to another style. For example, in APA, they say that if you are quoting a text which is less than 40 words, then it is called short quotes. So if you are giving the short quotes, you have to put double inverted commas. And if you are putting a long quotes, if you are quoting a long quotes, then it has to be given in this separate paragraph, indented 5 spaces towards the right. So if you give it like that, the Turnitin or any other similarity check software can recognize that it is not a part of the plagiarized content. If you don't do it this way, they will consider that as a plagiarized content. Okay, next. So this is for MLA and all other things. You can skip further. Chicago manual also has a certain way of short quote and long quotes. Then next. Go first. Okay, next. These are all various styles available. In fact, many journals have their own styles also. Then they may not follow this style, so they have their own styles also. Next. And these are the okay. Now the best way to avoid referencing error is to use any of the referencing software, reference management tools. So there are many, and including EndNote is a commercial software, and Zotero, Mendeley, and there are many, BibTeX, etc., are the software which are available open source. So today I am going to demonstrate to you the Zotero, a reference management software. So which in next 5 to 10 minutes. Next. Okay. Next. These are many. There are many. I have just listed for academic purpose. Okay. Next. My presentation is over. I have kept my words. Okay. Now the demonstration. Okay, demonstration means how to capture the data online, how to create the reference list, and how to give in-text and how to generate the in-text references. That I will do it in next 5 minutes. Okay, so go to Google. Do you have a pointer here? No. Okay. Enough. That's okay. We will go to Google Scholar, and in the afternoon, Professor Sadiq Basha will be introducing you the citation databases, and from where we actually capture the bibliographical details. And what I will do is, I will take Google Scholar as an example. You can do the similar things with other databases also. Other databases means Web of Science, Scopus, Dimensions, or smart citations. There are many database. And also you can also use this with publishers websites also. So my task now is identify certain references, capture the bibliographical details, generate the reference list. Only 3 things. Okay. Now, as a researcher, what you and I would do is, we will search for the keywords. So, say for example, feminist studies. Madam has given an excellent overview of feminist studies. So, we will search for that. Feminist studies. And now there are so many articles, books, conference papers appear. So we may not be interested in all these things. So we are interested only in a few of them. And what I am going to do is, I would capture those which are interested to me in a tool called Zotero. Zotero I have already installed. Installing Zotero is very simple, and you can try it yourself. So what I will do is, I will go to probably the second one. Click on it, and you can see on the top the icon next to the in the top. Next one, left. Okay. That icon indicates it's a Zotero icon. So it indicates that it's a article. It is a journal article. So you have to just click over it. So click on that particular icon. And okay, what I will do is, first you have to start the Zotero desktop. I have already started. You click on this. Okay, here what I will do is, you can create one empty folder from there. Left side, top, next, below it. Yes. No, that's the one. You give Brennen College. Just give it. I am creating a folder and importing all my references to that folder. That's what I am doing. You can see the folder is empty now. Now, go back to Google Scholar. Okay, click on that icon again. And saving to, you can choose the folder. Not there? Okay, yes, that's the one. Click on that. Okay, double click on the, you just go and see there, it's already come. Oh, it has already come. You have already captured the bibliographical details of one particular reference. Go to the Google Scholar again. Go back, and you can select multiple references at a time and push it also. So we will not do it. We will take only one more and stop there. So any one of your choice. Click on that icon. No, done. It is done already. Okay. Now, what we have done is, we have captured the bibliographical details in Zotero. Now, our task is to incorporate, to integrate these things in our Word file, or in our article. So open the word processor. Click here. Click here. Office, no, office. Writer, LibreOffice Writer. Okay. Type something or paste it from somewhere. This is Brennen's College. I am learning referencing. Enough. There is an article, beautiful article that I have written so far. Okay. Now I have to give the reference here for in text reference and also in text. So what I will do is referencing. Okay, Zotero, you can type Zotero, no problems. Full stop. Enough. So for the first one, I will give some reference which is irrelevant, but as an example, I am just giving. So place the cursor after college. Place the cursor after the college. Okay. On the top, you have the second row. That row. Second row. The first one. Add citation. Add citation is there. Click on that. And which referencing style you want, you can choose any one of them. APA, IEEE, whatever. You can take APA. APA is there. APA 7th edition. 7th edition is there. Click on that. Okay. Okay. Click on the arrow. Click on the arrow. And classical view. Which one you want to quote? You take the one which you want to quote. Click on that. Okay. It has come. It has come. And similarly, the other one also, do it quickly. The other one. Here, what we will do is, we will, okay, repeat the classic. Take the second one. Okay. So like this, you can give. You can keep on giving the in-text reference without any error. That's the point that I want to tell. And type in references. We are preparing the bibliography now. Reference list rather. Next line. Type references. Yes. Next line. Come to next line. Enter. Okay. There's one icon there in the second row. Says bibliography or something like that. The second one. Third one. Four. Yes, that's the one. The reference list is generated. So it is as simple as this. And you generate the reference list and you go to your professor and she or he says that I don't want the reference list in APA. I want in MLA or IEEE. You don't have to do anything else. Go to the preference there and there's next one. Next. Somewhere the preference, something like that is there. Oh yes, that's the one. Click on that. Change to IEEE. Come down. IEEE, yes. Okay. It gets changed to numerical ones. So you don't have to do anything, and there are more than 10,000 referencing styles available in Zotero. More than 10,000 styles. If any journal has a specific way of referencing, that is also available in what is called Zotero repository. Zotero repository, you go there, double click on that, it will come and sit in this list. So you don't have to worry about the referencing errors from now onwards. It is not boring, it is not time consuming, and with this I will stop. Thank you very much.